For years she waited for someone to tell her that she had done enough, that she could rest, that she could choose herself, that her life belonged to her too. But the permission she needed was always waiting inside her own heart. She carried every promise, she answered every call. She learned to keep on giving until she felt nothing at all. She wore her love like armor, she never let it fall. But somewhere in the saving, she disappeared beneath it all. Now a quiet voice is rising from the woman left behind. You do not need their blessing to reclaim your heart in time. She gives herself permission to breathe, to feel, to be. She gives herself permission to live a life that sets her free. No guilt upon her shoulders, no chains around her dreams. She gives herself permission to become who she was meant to be. Myself out loud. She does not need a reason to follow what feels true. She does not owe the whole world every sacred part of you. Her tenderness is precious, her energy is gold. She chooses where she pours it. She no longer leaves herself cold. There is nothing wrong with wanting more than merely getting through. There is nothing selfish, woman, in creating life for you. She gives herself permission to breathe, to feel, to be. She gives herself permission to live a life that sets her free. No guilt upon her shoulders, no chains around her dreams. She gives herself permission to become who she was meant to be. Permission to say no, permission to go slowly, permission to be seen, permission to be lonely, permission to receive, permission to begin, permission to stop asking if she is allowed to live. She gives herself permission, and something opens wide. The woman she kept waiting is finally alive. She does not need their blessing, she does not need their sight. She gives herself permission and finally calls her life divine. I choose myself, I trust myself. My life belongs to me, and I am allowed to live it. Her desires were never too much. They were messages. Small golden invitations from the deepest part of her, showing her the way home. She is listening now. She used to hide her longing before it reached her lips. She buried every hunger behind her fingertips. She called her dreams impossible. She made her wishes small, but every silenced desire was still alive beneath it all. Now she places both hands on the center of her heart and hears the life within her say, this is where you start. Her desires are sacred. They are rivers made of light. They are leading her beyond every place she had to hide. What is calling from within her is allowed to have its way. I listen, I soften, I follow what feels true. I open, I trust it. My heart will lead me through. She wants mornings filled with stillness. She wants beauty, space, and song. She wants love that does not ask her to betray where she belongs. She wants pleasure without punishment. She wants wealth without the strain. She wants laughter in her body. She wants sunlight after rain. She no longer calls it selfish to admit what she desires. Every honest revelation feeds her long forgotten fire. Her desires are sacred. They are rivers made of light. They are leading her beyond every place she had to hide. Is allowed to have its way. Maybe the dream was given because the path exists. Maybe the life she longs for is also longing for her kiss. Maybe she was never foolish for believing there was more. Maybe every true desire is a key inside a door. Her desires are sacred. She receives them without shame. She follows every whisper that remembers her true name. Her desires are sacred, and she finally understands she was never meant to silence what the universe placed in her hands. I want, I receive, I trust, I believe. My desires are sacred. My desires lead me rejection. No is not cruelty. Sometimes no is the most loving word a woman can give herself. She no longer explains the boundaries that keep her whole. She used to soften every answer until her truth could not be heard. She filled the silence with excuses, afraid to speak one honest word. She feared the look of disappointment. She feared that love would disappear. So she abandoned her own body just to keep somebody near. But peace cannot be purchased with the pieces of her soul. And love that needs her silence was never love that made her whole. She stops explaining her no. She lets the answer stand. She does not need permission to protect her heart and hands. She stops explaining her no. No guilt and no disguise. She closes every doorway that requires her to compromise. No is sacred, no is clear, no protects what matters here. No is loving, no is whole, no is how she guards her soul. She does not owe an explanation for the rest her body needs. She will not make herself smaller just to satisfy their needs. If they call her cold or distant, she will bless them, let them go. She has learned that self-respect sometimes sounds exactly like no. Her boundary is not anger, it is wisdom finely grown. She is building doors with kindness in the temple of her home. She stops explaining her no. She lets the answer stand. She does not need permission to protect her heart and hands. She stops explaining her no. No guilt and no disguise. She closes every doorway that requires her to compromise. No to being empty, no to being used, no to carrying burdens she was never meant to choose. Yes to quiet mornings, yes to space and breath, yes to every part of her that she will not abandon yet. She stops explaining her no, and her whole body exhales. She is no longer frightened when another person fails to understand her choices, to approve the way she grows. She finally lives for herself, and she honors every no. No more proving believed that joy had to be earned through exhaustion. Now she knows joy is not a reward for surviving her life. Joy is part of being alive. She learned to trust the struggle. She knew the weight of pain. But when the sun came toward her, she would close the door again. She thought that being happy meant somebody else had less. So she kept herself in waiting and called her sadness selflessness. Now the old spell is breaking. She can feel it in her skin. There is space for every woman when one woman lets joy in. She chooses joy without guilt. She lets the sweetness stay. She does not search for sorrow when life gives her a beautiful day. She chooses joy without guilt. She lets her laughter rise. She wears her happiness like sunlight, with no need to apologize. It is safe to feel good. It is safe to receive. It is safe to love this life. It is safe for me. She buys the flowers for herself. She dances through the room. She follows every little spark that makes her spirit bloom. She rests without defending. She receives without a debt. She knows a life of pleasure is not something to regret. She has finished making sadness the only proof her heart is deep. She can carry sacred wisdom and still choose a life of ease. She chooses joy without guilt. She lets the sweetness stay. She does not search for sorrow when life gives her a beautiful day. She chooses joy without guilt. She lets her laughter rise. She wears her happiness like sunlight, with no need to apologize. Let it be easy, let it be bright. Let there be music, let there be light. Let her be playful, let her be free. Let her receive all that life wants to be. She chooses joy without guilt. Her heart is open wide. She does not dim the beauty that is asking her to rise. She chooses joy without guilt. And with each joyful breath, she teaches every part of her that life is more than doing her best. It is safe to be happy. It is safe to feel free. Joy belongs in my body. Joy belongs to me. through her hands. She will not give every hour away and keep only the exhausted pieces. Her time is sacred now. She spent her days responding to what everybody chose, always moving, always needed, never asking where she goes. Her dreams lived in the distance, her needs were pushed aside, but now she sees each morning as a piece of her own life. She cannot find herself inside a life that never slows, so she makes room for silence and for everything she knows. Her time belongs to her, her mornings and her nights. She chooses where she places her attention and her light. Her time belongs to her, she will not give it all away. She keeps a sacred space for her own becoming every day. My time is sacred, my pace is mine. I do not have to race through life. My breath is sacred, my rhythm is true. There is time for me here too. She leaves some calls unanswered, she lets the dishes wait. She walks beneath the open sky without explaining why she is late. She gives her dreams an hour before the world comes in, and every moment chosen brings her closer to herself again. She is not behind or failing when she moves at her own pace. Life is not a restless battle she was never meant to chase. Her time belongs to her, her mornings and her nights. She chooses where she places her attention and her light. Her time belongs to her, she will not give it all away. She keeps a sacred space for her own becoming every day. She has time to breathe, she has time to grow, she has time to listen before she says yes or no. She has time for beauty, she has time for play, she has time to build the life that calls her name each day. Her time belongs to her, and now her life feels wide. She is no longer waiting for an empty space to arrive. Her time belongs to her, every heartbeat, every day. She is not here just to serve the world, she is here to live her way. My time is my life is my own. I move gently, I choose consciously. I am already home. She searched for someone who would never leave her, Then she looked into the mirror and made herself a promise. I will stay. She used to pour devotion into everybody's hands. She memorized their sadness, she fulfilled their endless plans. But when her own heart trembled, there was nowhere she could rest. So she turned toward the woman she had always loved the least. Now she speaks with gentle patience to the places that still ache. She will not abandon herself for another person's sake. She becomes her own devotion, she becomes her safest place. She holds her fears with tenderness and meets herself with grace. She becomes her own devotion, not a promise she will break. She loves the woman in the mirror with each decision that she makes. I will stay, I will listen, I will hold my heart tonight. I will stay, I will love her, I will never leave her side. She prepares a peaceful morning, she feeds her body well. She does not call herself a failure when she needs to stop and rest. She keeps the smallest promises, she whispers to her soul, you do not need to earn my love, you already make me whole. She has stopped awaiting rescue from the love she cannot see. Every day she chooses herself, she becomes the love she needs. She becomes her own devotion, she becomes her safest place. She holds her fears with tenderness and meets herself with grace. She becomes her own devotion, not a promise she will break. She loves the woman in the mirror with each decision that she makes. When the world misunderstands her, she will stand beside her name. When the old fear comes to find her, she will hold herself the same. When she rises, when she falters, when she shines, when she is tired, she will love herself completely, not for what she has acquired. She becomes her own devotion, and her heart no longer waits. She is building love within her that no outside hand can take. She becomes her own devotion, and the loneliness grows still. She has found the one who stays now. She has found the one who will. I will stay, I will stay, I choose me. I will stay, I choose me. I am my own devotion. I am my own devotion. She did not come this far only to survive beautifully. She came to live, to feel the sun on her face, to follow the voice in her heart, to become the woman who no longer waits for her own life to begin. She wakes without the burden of becoming what they need. She opens every window and lets her own heart lead. She is not here for proving, she is not here to perform. She has stepped beyond the story that made suffering her home. Now the crown upon her spirit is not something others see. It is knowing she belongs here. It is choosing to be free. She finally lives for herself. She follows her own light. She chooses what awakens her. She claims her joy, her voice, her life. She finally lives for herself, and no one has to understand. She is no longer waiting. She is the queen of who she is. I am free, I am whole, I am sovereign in my soul. I am here, I am alive. This is my one sacred life. She loves without surrendering the center of her heart. She gives without abandoning the woman that she is. She knows that she can nurture and still honor every dream. She can love the ones around her without disappearing in their needs. She has ended every lifetime of believing she comes last. She blesses who she used to be, then gently leaves her in the past. She finally lives for herself. She follows her own light. She chooses what awakens her. She claims her joy, her voice, her life. She finally lives for herself, and no one has to understand. She is no longer waiting. She is the queen of who she is. She lives for every morning that she once was too tired to see. She lives for every longing she was taught she should not need. She lives for love and beauty. She lives for truth and peace. She lives with arms wide open. She lives completely free. No more waiting, no more shame, no more silencing her name. No more leaving, no more fear. The life she prayed for starts right here. She finally lives for herself. Her whole soul is come alive. came to be. She finally lives for herself. She finally takes her place. The queen was never missing. She was waiting to be claimed. This is my life, this is my time, this is my heart, this choice is mine. I can love them and still choose me. I can give and still be free.